Hey guys, it's Christine. I am going to be answering some questions that you all left for me on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you so much for leaving those questions there. If you are new here, definitely stay tuned. It's about to get real. I really enjoy doing these type of videos. They also make me very nervous. Like, I already started sweating and we haven't even really begun yet. Let's just get right into it. You guys asked a lot of really great questions. I know I'm not going to get to every single one, but even like some of the similar questions, I tried to kind of chunk them together. So here we go. Let's do this. There are a few questions around just how I'm doing, how Matt and I are doing in general. We're doing really well. Thank you for asking. Same with Sammy. Some of you guys are wondering how Sammy's doing. He's doing well. His legs are pretty weak. He's still walking around and he's still will do that thing where he rubs his face and body onto the rug. So he's mobile, he doesn't seem like he's uncomfortable. He still has this great appetite. He always wants to eat. It's been a few months now since the incident. If you don't know what incident I'm talking about, I'll link that video below. I'll even have it up here. You can even check my Instagram highlights. You'll see what went down there. And I have my questions on my phone here, so that it keeps me on track. All right, do you have any tips and recommendations for self-healing? I know you work out and eat healthy, so curious, are there any more ways to feel better? Thank you. Yeah, my biggest step is, on top of eating well and moving your body in some way or another, is to definitely make time and prioritize rest and recovery. This is something that I am constantly working on. Sometimes my brain is just constantly doing its thing, so it's hard for me to sleep early, but I really try to prioritize just getting enough rest. And this also means taking enough breaks throughout the day. Take the time to just relax and shut the brain off every now and then, or do something else and distract yourself. My second tip would be to treat yourself as if you're your own best friend. You have to advocate for yourself. You have to look out for yourself. You have to want the best for yourself. What are your favorite workout apps? The three here at the bottom: Workout Woman, Nike Training, and the Strong app. I'll also link all these apps down below, just because sometimes the name of the app and then what actually needs to be typed into the app store, it's a little muddled. So yeah, what I really like about this Workout Woman app, once you enter the app, there's a really nice quote, and it just makes you feel good. It just puts you in the right mindset. The quote for today is, when it comes to eating right and exercising, there is no "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow is disease. Yeah, okay, I wasn't really expecting that kind of quote, but sometimes it's tough love. Other times it's very uplifting, bright type of messaging. It's free. All three of these apps are free, by the way. There are premium versions, but I have the free version. They each have their own things I really like about them. Workout Woman and Nike Training, both really great for just finding some good workouts if you really don't want to take the time to program your workouts or think what am I going to do next. The Strong app, why I really love that one is if you're someone who's really big into strength training and you want to track your progress, that's a great one. You can track how many reps you've done. You can track the last weight that you lifted so that you know to challenge yourself a little bit more next time. That one really held me accountable to continue strength training throughout 2020. Let's get a little deeper. What's your profession now? Are you still at your full-time job? Are you loving it? What are you working as full-time? All right, so I really have not publicly put this out there. So this is gonna be the first time that you're gonna hear about it. And if you have questions surrounding this and you wanna hear more about it, definitely let me know down below in the comments. Subscribe and like this video if you're enjoying it so far. We're about to get deeper, so just hang tight. If you're just I'm not sold yet, you gotta win my like. But if you do like it, please do like it. It would help a lot. All right, let's answer this question. So I am currently unemployed. I left my full-time job of 3.1 years about a month and a half. It doesn't feel that long, honestly. It doesn't feel too long ago. Yeah, I'm currently unemployed. This was by choice. There's so much to unpack here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's a privilege for me to be able to quit. That's probably the most direct and honest I can be. Throughout 2020, I was really grateful. I was really lucky to even have a job while a lot of people are losing their jobs or being furloughed. I was miserable in a certain way before the pandemic already hit, but I really did everything I could to prioritize self-care and just strengthen my mind, my body, so that it would counteract that burnout that I was basically experiencing. Then 2021 came and I thought, it's time. I've got to live this life for me. So I know we're probably gonna have to do a whole nother video about that, because otherwise answering this question alone will take like at least 5 minutes. So there's the answer to that question. I'm currently unemployed. Is it kind of scary? Yeah. Am I feeling more happy and relaxed? Definitely. I'm just living life right now. A good follow-up to that is, would you ever come back to YouTube full time? Kind of. See, because in my eyes, it means like I would be dedicating most of my working hours to YouTube and only YouTube, and that doesn't really quite make sense in my mind. I would definitely want to be working on other things as well, but YouTube is like, it's something I love doing. If that means like hiring on help in the future, that's something I might explore, but that's a pretty big might. Any favorite style, makeup, or fitness trends you've appreciated recently? I gotta think about this one. You know what? I don't know if this is necessarily a trend, but it's something that I really love and I want to be a trend. If it's not already, I want it to be more prevalent, is like being able to see skin texture. So whether in video or in pictures, Instagram, social media, wherever, I like being able to see skin texture, because I know in the past we like blew out our videos. You couldn't even see a pore. Like it was just, everything was so bright, and like if I had a ton of acne, you wouldn't have known it. And I feel like we need it now more than ever, because we're not like close to people. We're still in this pandemic. We're still social distancing to the best of our ability, and everyone's wearing their mask. So it's like, I don't get to see, like, I want to see people's skin. Is that weird? So if that's not a trend, make it a trend. I want to see skin. A lot of questions around marriage and if Matt and I are ever going to get married. Never. I'm kidding. Eventually we probably will get married. It's just not something we're overly concerned about. And you know, I feel like I'm always gonna get this question in every Q&A. We all know what that follow-up question is gonna be after we finally get married. What did you learn about yourself a year into the pandemic? What have you learned about yourself in 2020? This is a deep question. This is a tough one. Like I have to like sit down and journal about this and really think it through. You know what I learned about myself is that I do have a voice, that I want to express myself more than I was, and that I shouldn't have to be afraid anymore. I think we get so caught up in living someone else's definition of success, but there's just so much more to life. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna jump back to this other question that I skipped earlier for good reason, that one of my friends actually asked me. She asked, now that you have worked a real job, do you still think you are not smart enough for corporate jobs? When I saw this question, it just cracked me up. I don't know what I don't know, and I know what I do know. If I ever approach a job where I may not feel smart enough for, I know that I can work towards being smart enough for it. I know she's asking this because like I was very intimidated to like step foot into the corporate life before, and I thought I don't know anything. And you know, I did start off with internships. Like I said, check out that other video about why I left YouTube. I know I'm technically still on YouTube, but I left YouTube for quite a long period of time. Check that video out if you haven't already, because that might answer some of your questions there. What habits work for you? How do you stay positive and motivated? Plan. I think that's a really great habit. This is one that I've been spending more time on lately, is like Sunday, I'll think about like what I want to achieve for the week. So just taking the time ahead of time to plan what you're wanting to accomplish really keeps you like on task, and also really helps you think through like how you want to live your life. So you're not just on autopilot, like you actually have planned everything out and you're really intentional about how you're going to go about your week each day. And it doesn't mean you have to be so rigid to where you can't like be flexible and move things around, but having a pretty like clear, just putting it out on a calendar. Google Calendar is your friend. I love Google Calendar. Just like having a pretty clear idea of like the different things you want to accomplish, and you can have like the bigger things you want to accomplish, some of the little things that you hope to accomplish, but if you have to shift it, you can. That's a really great habit. I'm loving this habit. You know what? I think I'm gonna squeeze one more question in, and it was revolving around like why I stopped doing like makeup, beauty, and fashion videos, or like if I'm ever gonna do them again. This is a really good question, and it was one that I even tried to understand within myself. Like, why did I stop? Why did I feel like this couldn't be a part of my identity anymore? And I think a big part of it back then was because I needed to give myself the time, space, and energy to just put my focus elsewhere. And you know, taking the time to like research makeup, look through all the trends, understand what kind of beauty products are out there currently, like it does take time and effort and energy, and it's like there's like an obsession with it, you know, that comes with that. That obsession just wasn't there at the time. I really was just craving something different, and I really just put my whole self into like exploring other things. So that's a big part of why. And I think this was also asked because in my last Q&A, I mentioned how I probably wouldn't be doing more of that content moving forward. And you know, thinking about that, I was like, well, why is that? I think there was a part of me that was afraid that I would just default back to the way I was before, or to what I was doing before, and that I wouldn't change. I guess I just was very keen on like making sure I changed and that I evolved and that you would get like a better version of me every time. But it's a little bit ridiculous. I think, honestly, I haven't stopped wearing makeup. I definitely have been more interested in fashion and personal style again. It's been fun. I think it's with spring coming, it's getting me excited to like shop again. So yeah, I definitely have been shopping for different things. Definitely like check out my second channel or my Instagram. Whatever I come upon that I'm like obsessed with or love, will try to share with you from time to time. If it's gonna be a whole video revolving around makeup, it might be incorporated into like a get ready with me, because like I said, I still wear makeup. I haven't stopped wearing it. Fashion, you're gonna see more of. Check out my blog, xteeener.com. I've been having fun, like, you know, styling myself, and it's because I've had like the time and energy to like creatively express myself in that way. You know what I mean? I hope that answers that question. But okay, this is where I'm really gonna wrap it up for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do like the video, share it, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on that notification bell so that you will know and be notified of my next video when it's up, because I do intend on posting more on here now that I have the time and space to do so. If there's anything that you would really, really like to see, let me know down below. I really will take your requests into consideration. Stay tuned. See you guys next time. Bye.